Hello, and welcome back to old listeners, and welcome all new listeners. This is number 2 in the Four Noble Truths, and we hope and believe that you will be blessed by the time that you devote to the practice of the Dhamma. So, number 2 is the production of dukkha, or basically sankharas, especially craving for pleasurable sensations. So the first noble truth was there is suffering, or life is suffering. And the second one is it has a cause. This is great news. Nothing in the universe exists, anything visible or invisible, known to us or unknown to us. Nothing can exist without a cause. If there's a cause, we can begin to understand it, and we can make effort to eliminate the cause. If we're suffering, it has a cause. Let's learn what the cause is, and then let's remedy that suffering by withdrawing from, refusing to engage in those causes that cause us to suffer. So I just mentioned that one of the number one causes of suffering is the craving for pleasant sensations. Remember that everything we like, everything we want, everything we imagine makes us happy. The people in our lives, the experiences, the things we can buy with money, etc. Those are enjoyable, pleasurable, because of sensations that arise on the body based on our opinion of those experiences. It's not the experience itself. The experience is neutral. For example, hearing a sound. I've recently moved from Vietnam to Thailand, and in both locations there are lots of sounds that I'm not used to when I lived in America. Dogs barking at various times of night and day, people driving around in trucks with loudspeakers advertising various products, people playing music very loudly late at night. Those are things that I wish would go away. Now, what is sound? Briefly, sound is the vibration of air molecules. So air molecules vibrate when vibrations from some object arise. They vibrate the air. Those vibrations travel through the air and enter into the ear. The ear interprets, or the brain interprets, what the sound is, and in the moment that happens, we have an opinion about it. That opinion creates a sensation on the body, and we don't notice that unless the sensation is very powerful. And it's that sensation that we are liking and disliking and become addicted to or try to avoid. So the first part of our craving is for pleasurable sensations. We also have a craving to remain the same. That is, we don't want to die. We want to be someone. We want to be born. We want to have a life in various realms of existence. So in many religions, there's a promise of a heavenly realm. And if you are good enough in this world, that will be your reward. In other words, you get to continue to be. So wanting to be, craving to be, is a very, very powerful, innate, built deep into our DNA. All beings want to be. If you've ever noticed a worm resisting being pulled out of the ground by a bird, it is using its strength, all of its strength, to keep from being swallowed by a bird. When a fisherman hooks onto a fish, most fish fight for their life. They don't want to come out of the water, etc. So it's normal, it's natural, but it's a cause of our suffering. Number 3 ways that we suffer is we crave to become something different, including we crave to be liberated. So there's all kinds of craving prior to craving to be liberated. We can crave to go to heaven. We can crave to be successful. We can crave to have more money, to be married, to have things that money buys, to have experiences. Right now, because I travel some, the airports are absolutely packed full. In every city that I end up having to fly into, it's just astonishing how full the airports are. Where are these people going? They're going to have some kind of experience that they consider desirable and worthwhile. Maybe they are tourists, maybe they're returning home to see family members. Recently, the Chinese New Year has been celebrated, and many people have traveled for that reason. They go to see the Mona Lisa or the Statue of Liberty or the Eiffel Tower, whatever it is. They're going somewhere to have sensations they consider pleasurable, and they want to continue to have those experiences. They take their vacations and save money all year just to have these new exciting experiences. They're craving to have a different experience than they have when they go to work every day. So these 3, this dukkha, this craving for sensations, craving to have a life, and craving for something different in our life, these 3 close the door against the path of fruition and nibbana. So as long as we're engaged in any of those 3, we're going to have closed the door. We're not going to be open to the possibility of another choice, another way to live our life that leads not over the cliff to death and rebirth, but to release from craving and aversion. Now, just very briefly, the definition of 4 things that are the fundamental causes of our suffering is that we crave. We want, we like, we desire, we demand, we expect, we love, and number 2, we don't like, we resist, we reject, we refuse, we deny, we hate. Number 3, we are lazy mentally and physically. The old-fashioned words are sloth and torpor. So we lay around and do things, engage in activities almost entirely to avoid having to practice Dhamma, to avoid going to meditate and practice the Dhamma in various other ways with mindfulness. And we're lazy about maybe cleaning the house. We're lazy. We lay on the sofa. We watch TV. We play on the phone, and we don't contemplate the Dhamma. We don't investigate the Dhamma. We don't research. We don't use our mind or our body. The third one is we are Well, fourth one is we get agitated, we have doubts, we are anxious, we don't have confidence in the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the teachings, or we don't have confidence in ourselves. So there's a thumbnail sketch of how we come to suffer, the causes of this suffering, and number 3 is going to be how to stop, how to get out of this cycle of rebirth, this cycle of birth, aging, illness, and death. Okay, thank you. Thank you for coming to the end of this talk. May you be blessed in your Dhamma practice. Thank you.